stick to the 5 minutes. Yes. So a hackathon being organized next month in the Netherlands, in Helmond, in the HomeComputerMuseum. Maybe some of you know this place. So when and where, for who is it, what to expect, and how to register. We will go quickly over this in these 5 minutes then. So I just mentioned where is it. So in the HomeComputerMuseum, here you have the address. So it's really in the city center of Helmond, nice little town. You have the link here to the web page of the museum. It's a really nice museum, I should say, because you have it's not just a museum. It's also like the machines that are on display. You can actually play with them. You can really use them. They are available, and then you can. There is also like all the documentation for that they have that you can access. So books are there. You can just use them. Sit at a, I don't know, a former PET, Commodore PET, and just if you have disk, maybe you can even use them. It's a really nice location. So 8 and 9 of April, the doors will open at 9:30. I think that's a bit earlier than the usual, but they will do that for us on Saturday and also on Sunday a little bit earlier than usual, so that we can start preparing, installing, etc. So I'm sometimes being asked, yeah, but who should participate to this? I'm not a super hardware engineer or whatever. I think in a hackathon in general, by default, it's for everyone, right? At the moment you're interested in learning and doing something, you can be completely beginner and come with your, I don't know, your basic V2 book and your Commodore 64 or whatever, or if you have one of these new the C64 or something like that. If you work on a laptop, you just bring your equipment with you. It can be so. People will be creative, right? So we can work on software systems, games. You could have like the idea, oh, I want to start a new BBS from scratch. I have no idea how it works. Then you bring your laptop. If you want to work on hardware, then you bring what you need, the tools you need for the hardware design, etc. Like always, at Commodore users, what we are looking at, it's of course just Commodore computers, right? So not. I know that Commodore in the past they were doing like calculators and stuff like that. So it's not that is maybe less relevant, but everything else in the series that is even the new if you want to play with Amiga 65 and build something in Commodore Basic version 10, you can work on that as well. So what to expect in a bit more details here. The morning session of the Saturday, we will just start by discussing and deciding on the themes, right? So based on who will be present there, maybe some people will say, we would like to work on, I don't know, a new Amiga functionality, or we want to, I don't know, make a game in 10 lines or in 20 lines, or we want to optimize a compiler that is open source here, or whatever. Teams will be discussed, and then we will decide on who does what, or what are the teams that are kept, and then we will build teams, right? So people who wants to work on the same thing, they just gather together. Around 11, we should have a very short introduction or welcoming words from Bart, the director of the museum, like 10 minutes, and then we have 5 minutes for some questions with him. And then we start. There is, of course, lunch breaks are foreseen. I think that the closing day of day one is around 6. That's the normal time they close the museum. But then there are options depending on who is there, who wants to participate. We can go and have a dinner in the evening, and also a party afterwards. That can be even at the museum, depending on how many people are there. People who wants to continue, of course, working late at night, if they want, they can, but maybe not in the museum, but somewhere else. That is, of course, not forbidden. And then the day after, yes, again, we start officially at 11, but doors will be open before. Lunch break around 3, maybe we wrap up, so we see where people are, what did they achieve in 1 day and a half or in 2 days, and maybe what are the next steps. We discuss what are the next steps, and maybe people will, the teams will come into a future meeting and explain the status, right? And then you can of course stay. The museum is accessible during the 2 days. You have full access to whatever is presented there, so that you can go around. How to register? You can already register. So since a couple of days, there is a link to the tickets. You need to use this link that is displayed here. If you go on the museum page at the moment, they don't have a direct, or if you go to the tickets page, you will not find it. So it's, let's say, hidden. It's a dedicated page for this hackathon. The price is 32 euros, and that includes the, as you see here on the screen, museum entrance for the 2 days, the lunch for the 2 days, and then coffee, tea, and water. I guess it's as much as you want. And then they have like drinks at €1 if you want, I don't know, a Coke or a beer or whatever. So the option for the evening, I think there is a dinner foreseen for something around, now I wrote 55 euros. I'm pretty sure that is the exact amount, but that should be confirmed. And then again, to be confirmed, the party, depending on who's willing to join and how many people we have there. Right, so the link is already on our Facebook page, and it will be also published on the web page as of tomorrow. Yeah, and that's it for this part. I don't know if there are any questions. Maybe not. Good, but then I will just stop my recording now.